I'm going to do that for now. Okay. So welcome everybody. This is an opportunity event for people to learn a little bit more about what Pampered Chef has to offer with the business side of all the fun we have with Pampered Chef. My name is Kristen Kinchin, and I am the leader of an advanced team. And just wanted to start the call with sharing a little bit about my story with Pampered Chef and my journey with Pampered Chef. And then I'm also going to have Amber, who's another director on the call, share her story as well, just so that you guys can learn a little bit more about what Pampered Chef is all about. So for me, I started my journey 18 years ago. Hard to believe. I did not set out to be the Pampered Chef lady. I had been to a couple of parties over the years prior to jumping on board. And at every party, I kind of thought, it's like, oh, that looks like fun. And I think I would like to do this, but I just never felt like I had the time to do it. And I didn't have the confidence in myself. I was like, I just couldn't see myself getting up and doing presentations, because of course back in that day, that's when the consultant did kind of do more of a presentation than we do today, when it's more interactive and station style or hands-on. So anyway, so I really didn't have the confidence to get started. But what made me jump on board was the apple peeler corer slicer. So does anybody have that tool or know what it is? So I wanted that so bad, but we were not in a financial position where I felt like I could afford the $30 for an apple peeler corer slicer, because I thought, well, that's a silly tool. How often am I going to use it? And can I really justify $30? But it was in the new consultant kit at the time. And that plus a whole bunch of other tools that I could get for $99. So to me, the value of the kit, including the apple peeler corer slicer, was huge. And I thought, well, what the heck? I'm going to get the apple peeler corer slicer. I'm going to get all these great tools, because I really wanted everything in the catalog. Who else wants everything in the catalog, right? That's why we do this, right? So anyway, so I thought, well, I'll jump on board. I'm going to get that kit. And, they asked that you do a party or two just to check it out. So I did. And I had my first party, and lo and behold, it was fun. And I made money, and I had another person at the party who wanted to book a party. So with all that going, why would I not keep going with it? So I thought, well, okay, I've got another date on the calendar. Let's go ahead and do another party and see what happens. And same thing. It was fun, and I made money, and I got another booking. So I kind of told my husband, like, this isn't so bad. I'm going to kind of do it as long as it works. And as long as I have bookings on the calendar, I'm going to keep going with it. So that's kind of where I started. I had little ones at home, and my goal was $200 a month. That was kind of what we needed for some breathing room in our budget. So I'm sure everybody else is kind of like that. Gosh, if I had $200, what more would my life look like? So anyway, that's how I started. A couple years later, my kids were in school, and it was time for me to get a real job. But at that point, I kind of was going with Pampered Chef. And I thought, if I could just devote a little more time to it, now that my kids are in school, maybe I can really make something of this. And so that's kind of when I decided to build my team and jump on board and kind of go for leadership, because that's where the money is, where it can replace a full-time job. So that worked, and I'm making even more money and having more fun and having the flexibility to be the room mom and be home for my kids after school and take them to all their practices and have money to pay for all that stuff. So kept on going. And, kind of the biggest thing for us is we were able to pay for both of our boys' college education. And I had two boys in school at the same time. And so that was huge. And the fact that we could pay for that with my Pampered Chef business just really meant the world to us. And what a great gift we could give to our children. So that's kind of my journey. As I said, it started out just wanting tools, and $200 became life-changing. So, who knows where the journey will take you. So that's a little bit of my story. I see that we have a couple more people have joined us, so welcome those of you that are here. And I'm going to let Amber, who is another leader of an advanced team here in Colorado, kind of share her journey. Some things might be the same as mine, but I'm sure much of it's very different. So take it away.
Well, yes, mine is quite a bit different. I had never hosted with Pampered Chef, and basically found out about the company when I had just I'd actually already gotten married, but we did the untraditional way before my husband left for Iraq in the Marine Corps. So we still had a regular bridal shower, which I did Pampered Chef, and listening to the consultant talk, I just thought what fun this would be. And I could do that. And I want the whole catalog, so I should sign up. And actually, I ended up signing up a little while later. And my first couple months, I was pretty determined actually to make about $500 a month. And then I was actually going to school full-time and working full-time for the first couple years that I was a Pampered Chef consultant. And I pretty quickly, first or second year, I think, discovered that Pampered Chef would provide enough income to where I could focus on finishing my degree in college and not have an additional job that was more restrictive on my schedule. And so I really put more time and energy into my Pampered Chef business and earned my first trip and promoted to director and had a great year that year. And it's really just grown from there, where I've moved a couple times and grown a family. We now have 4 children, and they range from 10 down to 1. And so it's busy and fun, but I am an advanced director, and Pampered Chef is my full-time gig and has been actually for 8 years, almost 9 years now. And I absolutely love every moment of it. Every time I go to work, a party. This year, I'm really determined and excited to make it more me and for my team and for my family. We are saving to go to Disneyland in December and want to have it all paid off by June, or the money saved to be able to go without any credit cards. So,
yay, awesome. So good. Well, thank you for sharing. We have a couple more people that have joined. I see Jana is on. So hi, Jana. Glad you could join us. And we have somebody named Teresa on. Teresa, are you a guest, or are you?
Teresa's on my team. You know Teresa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. Okay. So anyway, so I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad you guys figured out the mute button. So if you do have noise in the background, go ahead and mute yourself, and then come on if you have questions or whatever. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do a screen share of a PowerPoint that I put together that has a lot of the points of Pampered Chef that I want to cover. It'll kind of keep me on track. As you guys tell, I like to talk, and I can go off on tangents. So anyway, let me pull up this PowerPoint for you guys. And because we're a small group, if you guys have any questions as we're going along, please don't hesitate to just jump in with the questions as we're going along. I do have a Q&A scheduled at the end, but I don't feel like you need to wait until that time. You're certainly welcome to jump in as we have questions as we go along. So anyway, so as soon as this loads up, we'll be ready to go. And hopefully you guys can see this all okay once it loads. And why is it taking so long? I don't know. Okay, so this is so everybody can see the screen, right? If you're on the Zoom. If you're on phone, I'll be talking through everything, so even if you can't see it, you'll still hear everything, but I think it's always good to see everything. So anyway, so life tastes great with Pampered Chef, and I think you guys have probably gotten a little bit of that with what Amber and I have shared. And our tagline is grab a spoon, and we hope that you guys will grab a spoon and join us, because we really do have a lot of fun, and that's what tonight's gonna be all about, is just sharing that. So I know we have a couple consultants on the call, and I would love for them to share what they love or what their favorite part of being a consultant is. So let's see who's not muted. Tracy, do you want to go first? Are you there, Tracy?
Okay. Yeah, I am. I'm still, for some reason, I get to see the screen, but I'm muted on the phone.
Okay, well, that's fine. We can hear you. So go ahead and share what's your favorite part of being a consultant.
Well, I would say I have 2 things that are my favorite. One, I work from home, so it's nice for me to get out of the house and do parties and actually get to see and connect with people. So that's probably one of my favorite things, is going to parties and getting that one-on-one time, or, group time with people. Since I work from home, I don't get that anymore. I don't get the water cooler time, I guess. And then the second part, obviously, is the discount. I love the discount on the products. Really, I don't know which one I like better. I love getting the products at a discount. It's one of my favorite things, to get new Pampered Chef tools in the mail. So
And there'll be some coming soon.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Oh, good. Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing, Tracy. And I think if you're like me, it's like on a given day, my favorite thing changes. It's kind of, oh yeah, the products arrived in the mail today, so that's my favorite. And then the day you have a party, it's going to the party. So anyway,
Yes,
so I appreciate you
yes.
sharing. Teresa or Dondi, do you guys want to share?
I would say for me, I love the flexibility that I have. I can work when it's convenient for me, and if I've got something going on, I can take that time off from work. So I like having the flexibility, and I love the products. I love earning free products and having the opportunity to purchase them at a reduced rate.
So good. Thanks for sharing. How about you, Teresa?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good. I lost the connection to the video, but I got the call in. So yeah, I love the products and the flexibility. I work full time, so I'm actually at work right now, but so just the flexibility and earning extra income.
Well, good. Thank you for sharing. And I hope it's okay that you're talking while you're at work. We don't want you to get in trouble.
No one's here, so
Okay.
hopefully I'm okay right now.
Well, good. Then we're going to keep you company. Sounds like a good reason to be on the call. So anyway, so there's a whole bunch of reasons why people join Pampered Chef, and some of those you see on the screen and you've heard. And I think we only have one guest, and that's Jana. Are you able to unmute, and do you want to share? Jana is someone who has hosted with me a couple months ago and has been thinking about the business. And if you don't mind unmuting and sharing what excites you about Pampered Chef.
I think I'm with everyone else that I love the products, and it's kind of like you have your own cooking show. You get to go and experiment with things and help other people experience the tools, which I think is awesome. I used to sell it a long time ago, and I did that anyway. I had people try it out because I heard that was kind of a cool thing to do. And when Kristen hosted my party, everybody was working at stations, and yeah, it was just great. So I really like it. I think it's just taking the leap. I'm a little I don't know, apprehensive about now that I'm a stay-at-home mom with 2 kids and I homeschool one of them. So, but yeah, it's great to get out of the house. I know that would be great.
Yeah, that was for me as well, because I had quit a full-time job, so I was just at home. And so like Tracy, when you're working from home or you're at home all day with the kids, it is nice to get out and have some socialization. So totally a great reason to join. So anyway, so thanks for sharing, Jana. I appreciate you doing that. And as you have questions as we go along, please pipe in and just ask, okay?
How do we do that? Do we just start talking or?
There's a you're mute. Just unmute yourself, and then just start talking, and I'll stop, and I'll see that you had a question. So
Okay,
this is very informal, so don't hesitate to ask.
Cool. Okay, thanks.
Okay, so the question is, what does a consultant do? And there's a number of different ways you can work your business. I like to do the in-person parties. That's where the majority of my business is. But you can also sell online. Some consultants do more online, less in-person, or a mix of both. So it's kind of up to you, and that's part of the flexibility, is work how you want. And then you can also move into leadership, where you're going to lead a team and engage and coach others. And that's become, it's not what I set out to do with my business. I set out to do the parties. And back in the day, we didn't have virtual parties, so it was only in-home. But anyway, so I did the in-home parties. But I found now leading my team and working and coaching with my team is really my favorite part of the business. So again, there's different things you can do. Your business will morph into different areas as you go along, and so you can just kind of pick and choose what you want to do and how you want to do it. But that's a little bit of what consultants do. Whoops, let me make sure I get to the right screen. So with Pampered Chef, when most consultants are asked about, what do you like about your business? This is kind of what comes up, is that it's a very easy business to run. It's a lot of fun. Of course, you can make money, freedom and flexibility, and you get a lot of support. So I just kind of wanted to take a few minutes to go through each of these. So I guess already we kind of talked a little bit. It sounds like everybody's liking the freedom and flexibility and the, that it's fun. So let's kind of talk a little bit more about these. So it is an easy business to run, and I think that's another reason why people jump on board. All you do is you start with a grand opening party. So most people do that in their home with their friends. It can be in home or it could be virtual. And I always recommend to my new consultants, do one of each so that you can kind of try out both sides and kind of see, what you like and what works for you. If you might have just had a party though, if you want to have your grand opening or your first party at a friend's house, that's certainly an option as well. Of course, you're going to get great host rewards with this business. So when you host your own party, you'll get those rewards. But Pampered Chef offers great host rewards. So I think like Amber had said, I didn't host a party before I jumped on board. So I really didn't get that part of it until I became a consultant. But like I know Jana has hosted, so she knows the rewards are great. And it's easy to book shows because those host rewards are so awesome. I mean, who doesn't want free and half price, merchandise and to be able to get your whole order at a discount? So I think the host rewards make it easy to book parties. It's obviously an easy product to sell because people love Pampered Chef and they know and they love us. We've been around for 37 years. And so we're well known out in the community and people love our products. Minimal investment to get started. We're going to talk a little bit about those new consultant kits. Again, as I had said earlier, that was what had me jump on board, was that it was very easy to get started with how little investment I needed to make. And you're going to make money at your very, very first party. What you get in your kit is all you need. You got your catalogs and sales receipts. You're going to get your tools. You're going to have your training. You do not need to make any other investment in this business. So as soon as you start doing parties, you have money in your pocket. So any questions about how easy it is to get started or how easy it is to run it? Yeah, go ahead, Jan.
Oh, I just wanted to say, I had never heard of Pampered Chef, and I went to a friend's house for a party, and I thought that was like the coolest thing I'd ever seen. And I signed up before I even had a party. Like
Wow.
I just thought it was great. So,
yeah.
And I still have that stuff. It's still working. Like we just
and
some of it tonight for a meal.
Yeah, you can totally talk to the quality of the product that you've been using it for 20 years,
Right.
And it's still great. So yeah,
Ooh,
and
I
so
guess
that's
I am
it.
that old.
Yeah, and you think all these years later, you didn't, it was newer back then. How many years ago was that, Jana?
Yeah, man, it was like I was in my early 20s, and I'm gonna be 41 in a couple days. So it really has been like 20 years, and I've used it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. So in 20 years, think how many more people know about us. So it just makes it that much easier.
Yeah. And that's the other thing I'm worried about, is not knowing who to, I know you kind of talked to me about it, but not knowing how to break out of your friend circle. Like get out into the world with your parties.
Yeah, we have such great training. We will help you with brainstorming, who are you going to approach and how do you talk to your friends and acquaintances about Pampered Chef. And, so the training that we provide is totally awesome. So, yeah, so it's a concern. Good. Everybody has that concern, but you're going to find the training is going to really help you over that hurdle. Okay, so moving on, there's always a lot of fun with the Pampered Chef business. I think we all mentioned how much we love the free products. So, twice a year we have the opportunity to get the new season's products for free. But really every month there's an incentive for, sell $750 and get something for free. So almost every month you have an opportunity to earn free products. So if you want to, get the whole catalog, this is certainly a way to do it. Great recognition and rewards. It seems like at team meetings, it's a big, wahoo, and you did this and you did that, and we're giving away Starbucks cards and free product and this and that. And it's just a lot of fun. And it's just, I don't know. I didn't used to be a person who liked recognition. I actually kind of tried to shy away from it, but I find now I love it. It's like, wow, people are just, really recognizing what you do, and, give you the big woohoos. And then the awards get bigger. There's free jewelry and there's free trips, as it's mentioned there on the slide. I don't know, Amber, help me out. What else what are the other big rewards and awards that we get?
Well, with excellence this year, we get to pick just about anything, and I'm excited to use it for some remodeling in my home.
Yeah, so yeah, the Excellence Awards, you can get gift cards to like Home Depot, or you can get Coach handbags or jewelry or kitchen appliances, or you're right. I mean, so that's a big award that you get to pick whatever you want. So thank you. Appreciate you sharing that. So the free vacations are the best. I've been on, I think, like 16 of them in my 18 years with the company. My husband always says you can never quit because it will never go on vacation again. So they are totally worth your while and very achievable for everybody. You don't have to be a leader in the company. Any consultant, even brand new in your first year of business, can earn a vacation. The friendships, that has become one of those things. I did not think that was going to be such a great part of this business, but it is probably one of the things that keeps me going through this business, just because I have made such great friends with the people on my team and my hosts and my customers. And, I have so many hosts that host, time and time again. We've become very good friends. And then I have my friends like Amber, us directors in the area. Get together at least once a month, if not more, and network and work together, and it's just amazing how that can become so important. And Tracy had mentioned like the connections you make, and that's exactly what I find with this business is you just become so connected with people, and it really just gives a lot of meaning to your life, and really enjoy that part of it. And then, of course, when we work, it's a party, right? So, and just like, Amber's sitting there sipping her wine as we're going through this night, same thing at a party. If it's a wine, cheese, and chocolate party, I'm having a glass of wine, So what other job can you, partake like that and have so much fun when you're working? So any questions on any of the fun part of it? Anything else you want to share, Amber, or any other consultants? Got that covered? Okay. Of course, you can make money with this business, even though we all say we want the free product and we join because of the great deal on the kit. Ultimately, there is money to be made, and like I said, it really has changed my life. So this is the commission structure. So you're going to get at least 20% paid on all your sales, but each month, the more you sell, the higher your commission rate is. So if you're going to just do maybe one party a month, that might be $500 or $600 in sales. So you're going to get a 20% commission. But you might decide, I want to do one party a week. So let's say it's a $500 party. So that would be $2,000 in sales. And now you're making a 23% commission. So not only do you make more money because you're selling more, you're making more money on those sales. And then, there's ways to make more. You start building your team, and that certainly contributes to your commission. And also, too, when you sell $15,000 in career sales, everything bumps up by 2%. So ultimately, by building your career sales and building your team, you can get paid up to 31% on your sales. So it really is nice money. It really does pay for whatever you need it to be. If it's just little pocket change, or saving for a vacation, or putting your kids through college, or replacing an income if you need to do that. It's totally up to you on that. Questions on that commission? Okay, so to put that into reality, that's what this little chart is all about. And just to kind of let you know, again, you can do this business for any number of reasons. Really, I would bet most people, I should probably say, probably all people set out for the extra fun money. I mean, that's kind of what it was for me. It was just that little extra cushion. I really didn't set my sights on my next career or anything like that. So, if you're looking for some extra fun money, again, you're looking at putting in maybe 1 to 3 hours per week. If you're going to do like one party a month, you're looking at about $100 a month, which really, that's your Starbucks habit, or taking the kids to McDonald's, or, little fun stuff like that. Or if you decide to do one party a week, you could be making, $500 plus. And so again, that's some pretty substantial money that can make a difference in your family. You might have some specific goals where you want to contribute to the income, not just the fun money, but like, I want to make the car payment, or I want to, pay down the credit card or something like that. You can bump it up, and you can do anywhere from maybe 3 to 6 hours per week, looking at doing at least one party a week, maybe even moving towards 2 parties a week. And you can see the income there building. So again, doing 2 parties a week, you're looking at making probably $1,000, if not more, a month. And then, again, as your goals get bigger or your needs get bigger, you can devote more time, start building a team, making more money. So again, once you're getting to the, as we call the director level, or you've moved into leadership, you're probably looking to make around $1,400 a month to $18,000 a month. And yes, I mean $18,000 a month. We have leaders in this company that make that much money per month. So I have to be honest, it's not me. I wish it was, but the sky's the limit. And just like that next thing where it says, where you're really making a full-time income, where you're replacing a job, again, in leadership, you're making anywhere from, these are our upper level directors, making $6,800 a month to $45,000 per month. And it really is, it's not like one person, it's not like the CEO, it's not like the president is earning the $45,000 per month. Anybody can earn that. So it's not like, specific, like normal jobs, there's, one boss and there's, X number of people that can be making a salary. In this company, anybody can make that top level. So it's up to you and, where you want to go with this business and how you want to build your team. So anyway, so for me, just to be honest with you, I'm working probably that, maybe 30 hours a week, maybe not that much. I mean, it's so flexible. I really can't tell you how much I work because I'm working around, housework and doing other things. But anyway, I probably work, around that 30 hours a week, and I'm making anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000 a month. So the income is real, and it really does make a big difference in your life. So any questions on that, or how to kind of read through that little chart?
I have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
With the income, does it like you make up to 31%? So it's not like you don't accumulate like the longer you're with, or is that like extra bonuses and something separate?
So each month you actually could get paid at a different commission based on how much you sell. So like if you're selling the $4,000, you're going to get that, whatever that was. Let me move back to that.
Yeah.
The 20. So if you sold 4,000 one month, you're going to get the 25% commission. And also if you got like paid as a director, then that would be another 3%. But maybe the next month you might have only sold $1,250. And maybe you didn't meet all the requirements of director, so you might only make the 23%. So,
right. Okay.
So it's kind of, so each month is kind of paid as you perform.
Right.
So,
okay.
So it's kind of up to you, how, and again, it's kind of nice that, you do get valued for what you do. And if you, don't do it, you don't get paid, and if you do, you do. So you're always going to get paid on your sales, but the rest.
Well, and there's at the bottom in the fine print there, the commission increases by 2% once you reach that 15,000 in career sales.
Okay.
So that's kind of the accumulating. Once you hit that career sales mark, by not going inactive, then you get that raise, and so then your base commission starts at 22% instead of 20%.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that makes a big difference. And then Krista and I have both had the privilege of earning. It's not just a privilege you're given lightly. It's a challenge to earn, but it's definitely not impossible. And so we both also, above and beyond, have a 2% raise for being elite sellers. And again, we get that when we hit the requirements, and we don't get it when we don't hit the requirements. So
wow,
there's a lot of ways to get bonuses.
Right. Okay. That's cool. Okay. Thank you. That answered that.
Good. Yeah. Okay, so we all talked about how we love the flexibility of this job and getting to set your own hours. So you get to be your own boss, which can be good or bad. Depends on how much you make yourself work. But you do have that flexibility of, creating your own hours, working the business as you like. You can do, in-home parties, you can do virtual parties, you can build a team, you don't have to build a team. You can do your parties on weeknights, you can do your parties on weekends, you can, work, whatever you pick what you want and what you want your business to look like. it is flexible, but you do need to work it. So I don't want to make it sound like it's, totally easy and it's just going to fall in your lap and, life is going to be good. It is flexible though, in that you can work around that. So if you have a full-time job, obviously that's going to take some of your time and you have to work, hours that you're not in that full-time job. By the same token, if you're a mom or homeschooling, of course, you're going to work around those, duties that you have as that as well. But the nice thing is you got, those hours in front of you and you can pick and choose where, how much am I going to devote to my Pampered Chef business and how much am I going to devote to, my family and how much to my job and whatever. So you can really set your own hours. And I have found the flexibility just to be amazing in that I, raised my children and I loved that I could work my business around their schedule. I had the flexibility that I could, go in and help in the classroom and I could take my kids to their sporting events, as I had talked about. I do a lot of volunteering at my church and same thing, I can work that into my schedule and do what I like to do there. Now that my children are grown, I now have a lot of responsibility with my mother, who has dementia and is aging. And again, I take her to her doctor's appointments and I do a lot of her care, and would never, ever be able to do what I do with her if I had a traditional job. And so every day as I'm, taking her here or there, doing things with her, I'm just so thankful that I'm able to do that, because not everybody has that opportunity. So it's really nice that you can work it into your schedule however you want. So
Yeah.
Questions on that?
I do have a question. You mentioned virtual parties. I don't know if that's coming up later, more in depth than that, but like, what do you need to do to have a virtual party? Like,
So actually I don't have it as part of this. I'll answer that real quick for you. So virtual parties are kind of like what you do at an in-home party in terms of sharing products and sharing recipes and food tips and things like that, but you do it all through Facebook. So a lot of consultants are just like, any business, it starts with your friends and family on Facebook, and then doing those parties, so through Facebook. So it's, and then there's a number of different ways to do those as well. Some people post, for a couple of days, the information within a group or an event. Others do like a live segment where, the host gathers her friends in an event, and you would come in and do, either post a video or do a live recipe demonstration. So again, there's a lot of flexibility with how you do virtual parties as well. So you can do them or not. It's a nice way, like my preference is the home parties, but it definitely, by doing a couple virtual parties a month, really supplements your income without leaving the house.
Okay, thank you.
Which is nice, because a lot of people, for whatever reason, can't get out of the house more to do more parties. So it's a great way to add to your income.
Well, and Dondi, who's with us, is mainly a virtual consultant. And we met in a virtual party, and then she hosted her own virtual party and decided to sign up from there. And what was your virtual party, like $1,400 in sales? She had an amazing virtual party this summer. And then had a couple of friends that wanted to do their own parties off of hers. And so when she signed up, she got going right away with more virtual parties. And she has done a couple of cooking shows, but the virtual parties have definitely become a great opportunity for people that don't have the flexibility to get out of the home as much for the cooking shows. So.
And the virtual parties work really great, because I do work 40 hours a week outside of the home already with my job. So the virtual parties allow me to be able to devote my attention in the morning before and after, and then after work. So I can be actually working both jobs kind of at the same time. So I like that flexibility.
Yeah, okay, that's helpful.
Yeah. Good, thanks for sharing, you guys. Okay, so again, everybody wants to know what kind of support you're going to get. And that's kind of where Jana is like, who's going to help me with all this? Just know that you have amazing help and training with everybody from our home office to your local team. So anyway, we have a national conference once a year, which is the best. It's in August. Everybody has to go because it is so much fun. It's a great time to get out of town and just have some fun with your Pampered Chef friends in Chicago. And then we have regional trainings. I think some of you guys attended the event we had in Longmont a couple weeks ago. So we have a couple of those types of things going on where we meet more regionally or, with Denver area people, which is fun. It's just, again, when you're working at home and you kind of have your own little thing going, it's nice when you can network and reach out to others and know that there's others out there that are doing the same thing you're doing and can help and train. Online training center is available 24/7. That is what we call Consultants Corner, which is online. It is an amazing resource that is always at your fingertips, and really all your training, all your marketing, everything you need to know about the business is available to you through Consultants Corner. So really, I think there's really nothing that can't be answered there. There's also local team meetings that you would meet with your team, where you can do, recipe nights, training events, different things like that. And then like for Tracy, who's on the call, she's in St. Louis. So, again, we also can hook you up with a team in your area. So even if, you're not in the area of where your director is or your recruiter, you still can attend local meetings. So we can certainly make that happen for you. There's a toll-free customer or consultant support center, which again, they can answer any questions that you have that you can't get answered online or from your director. And of course, you would have your director and the rest of the team to help and support you. So I know, with my team, and I'm sure Amber's is the same, is, we have Facebook groups for our teams. You put a question out there. There's so much help and support and answers and, whatever you need to answer those questions. So don't ever feel like you'd ever be like, sign up and like, now what do I do? I promise you're going to get the help and support you need to make this work. If you're willing to, take the advice. We have some people who, kind of disconnect and, they're like, I can do it on my own, which they can. But if you have questions or need help and support, it is totally available for you. So any questions on that? Okay, so why would you want to join Pampered Chef if you haven't already figured it out with everything we've shared? Just a couple more reasons why we always encourage people to look at Pampered Chef. And one is, as we had said, everybody loves Pampered Chef. So it's as we said, it's an easy sell. You don't have to be trying to explain to people what it is or what we do or whatever. People already know that. You have the opportunity to earn free products every season. Like I said, it's actually really every month. So if you want the product, this is the way to go. We talked about this before, but we cover the costs of host rewards. A lot of other companies don't do that. Consultants need to pay for the free product and the half price items and things like that that the host is getting. Pampered Chef pays for that. And so that might not mean much to you as somebody looking at the business, but once you're in the business and you realize how much you are giving away in free product to your hosts, you're going to be really glad you're not paying for that because it is just a tremendous amount of products. So anyway, so that's paid for by the company. No inventory to stock, no deliveries you have to do. Everything is all the orders, you send them to the home office. Home office ships directly to the customer or to the hosts. So you're kind of out of the loop at that point. And so that makes it really easy to do business. The only inventory you have is your stuff, your products that you personally own that you get to cook with all the time in your kitchen, and then you take with you to your parties. And then you also have opportunities to earn what we call Pampered Chef dollars, which is kind of free money to spend with Pampered Chef, and you can use that to get more business supplies or tools as you go along. So Pampered Chef really takes care of us, and it really is a great company to work for. So any questions on any of that? Okay, moving along. How do I get started now that you're like, okay, I'm ready to do this, right? Okay, so all it takes is ordering a new consultant kit, and I'm going to take you through those in just a minute. Set a date for your grand opening so you can get things rolling. Jump into the training and enjoy the perks of the business. So it is super easy to get started. We have 3 different kits. Each of the kits is 75% off retail. So what that means is if you want to purchase the ultimate kit, which is shown on the screen, you get all the tools that you see there. It's $249, but it's over $1,000 of tools and business supplies. So everything you need, all your training, all your marketing, a free website for 90 days, the tools, catalog, sales receipts, everything is there. And if you're taking a look at the picture, you might not recognize it from the pictures, but some of the big tools in our line, stoneware is in there, a grill pan is in there, the rock crock is in there, the manual food processor is in there. So those are some of our most popular tools. And if you were to buy those, just whatever the 4 or 5 tools I just mentioned, you would spend more than $250. But you're going to get all of that plus everything you see in the picture for that $249. So that's probably the most popular kit.
That's what Dondi got.
Is that what she got? So most people get that one too. So, you might feel like, gosh, I just don't need quite that many tools. You might want to look at the deluxe kit. It still has a piece of stoneware in there. It has the rock crock in there. It has a manual food processor in there, plus everything else you see. $159, but it's over $650 worth of tools and business supplies. So great value there. And also too, we have recipes that are designed just for whichever kit you purchase. You're going to have recipes to use for your demos that are designed just for the tools in your kit. So you don't have to buy anything else. You don't need any other tools. You just, use what's in your kit to get started. Then if you need less tools, a lot of times people like Jana, who's been a consultant before and has a lot of tools, might not feel like I want to buy that many more tools. I already have enough in my kitchen. You can get by with the starter kit. Also by the same token, if budget's a concern, it's $109, so it's a lot less expensive. Still can do great parties with it, and it's still $450 worth of tools and business supplies. So you pick one of those kits. You can't go wrong with any of them. You get that ordered. And then what's really cool is this month, if you get started in the month of January, we are offering a half price kit rebate. So what that means is buy your kit, pick any one of the 3. And as long as you do $1,250 within your first 30 days of business, it's really 5 weeks. They give you a week to get your kit and do some training, but so you really have 30 days in business to do this. Do probably 2 to 3 parties. They can be in-home or virtual. By doing the $1,250 in sales in your first 30 days, you'll get half back on what you paid on your kit. So for instance, if you bought the ultimate kit for $249, you'd get, first off, a great paycheck because you sold $1,250 in product. So you'd be getting a paycheck. So that's already going to be paying for your kit. And you're going to get half back. So you're going to get cash back of $124.50. So you're starting for next to nothing, and you already have money in your pocket. Plus you would have also gotten 100 Pampered Chef dollars, which is like free money to spend with Pampered Chef. So it's a really big deal this month to get started. It's one of our most popular specials. So that's one reason why I wanted to do this call tonight, was to share with people what we have to offer, just because we have such a great special this month. So any questions on the kits or the rebate?
I'm sorry, I missed. Did you say there's something about Pampered Chef dollars?
Yeah, so we have, so part of the new consultant rewards program, so during your first 90 days in business, you have an opportunity to get these Pampered Chef dollars. And so for example, every $1,250 in sales during your first 90 days, you get 100 Pampered Chef dollars. So it's like we give you a $100 bill and say, go shopping with Pampered Chef. You can buy business supplies if you're in need of catalogs or sales receipts or anything like that, or you can buy more product. Okay. And when you're a consultant, you're always buying product at discount. So that $100 stretches further when you're buying product.
Okay, that was another question I had. Like, is it catalog price? But it's not. It's a discounted price.
Discounted, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always, you get a minimum of 20% off, but then we also have opportunities where you get more off than that. So, but you can always buy at 20% off.
Okay, thanks.
Good. Okay, so any other questions about anything, something I covered that you need some clarification on, or something else that you've been thinking about, or I'm seeing your husband in the background. If your husband has a question.
You know what I was thinking is I could rope my husband into selling it with me.
Yeah, there's
that'd be a supplementary income that way. And I don't know, I was just thinking about that as you were going through everything. Like, that might be kind of cool to have a husband-wife duo.
Yeah, There's a lot. I have a gentleman on my team who he's officially the consultant, but his wife does a lot with him. She actually came to conference with him, so they do the business together. So absolutely, that can be done. Okay, so any other questions from anybody? Okay, so so since Jana's the only guest I think we have on the call, go to my website when you're ready to get started. All you need to do is go to my website and you can get started, or call me and I'll, we talked about getting together and I'd be more than happy to get together with you as well. So just let me know what's good for you.
Yeah. Okay. I will.
Okay,
Thanks.
you got it. Okay. Well, I'm going to go off the screen share and back to that. I can see everybody. So again, thank you everybody for coming and joining in tonight. I hope you guys found it informative. So hi. Anyway, so I hope you guys found it informative, and for you as consultants, I hope that this kind of gave you some words or kind of thoughts about sharing the business and how to share it with others. So that's why I thought it'd be a good training experience for you guys, as well as sharing with people that might be joining our team. So hopefully we'll have Jana joining us soon.
I hope so.
Okay, so any other questions or anybody else have anything?
Oh, we're not on mute.
Okay, well, good night, everybody, and hopefully I'll be talking to you soon, Jana.
Good night. Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining in.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Thanks.